I just drooled, so obviously nothing I say is credible. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we're back with another mukbang. Woo! So today I'm excited because we're doing a sushi bake. I have seen this shit on TikTok. I've seen it. I've sent it to my sister because if you guys don't know, my sister was pregnant. Not anymore, because I have a niece. She's a whole human. She's not walking around yet. She's not doing anything yet, but she's there. She's existing, crying. And I love her. Yeah.
Throwing up.
Okay, why is that? Babies are born. They don't have tears yet. They don't have tear ducts. They can't open their eyes completely. They can't even support their own neck, but their vocal cords are fully developed. They are loud. You guys know who Catherine Knight is. Catherine Knight was one of the craziest Australian women that I have ever researched. She's bad crazy. I did a podcast on her. I'm gonna link it below. But she essentially killed her boyfriend, cooked him, boiled him, and set up a plate because she wanted to feed him to his children. And so she is like this weird, creepy lady. And this case really reminds me of Catherine Knight, which is never a good thing to say. So this takes place in the 1890s though, so I actually found out about this case through a book, and it's just weird. It's fascinating. So let's talk about Martha Haney. This one's just weird. I mean, she literally kills her mother-in-law and serves it on a platter for her husband, which is the mother-in-law's son. It just gets fascinating, and in the most horrendous, I hate this woman type of way. Today, we are talking about Katie Coleman. This has been highly requested because there was a TikTok that went viral about the story of Katie's revenge being tattooed on an inmate in a prison. So an inmate goes up to another inmate and gets a tattoo and writes Katie's revenge on his forehead. So now he's got Katie's revenge tattooed on his forehead for the rest of his life.
An inmate tattoo something on someone's forehead?
Another inmate in prison.
How do you sneak up on someone to do that?
Okay, so imagine.
Doesn't tattoo take hours?
Imagine your cousin was murdered, and you end up in the same prison, in the same block as the murderer. Now, let's say you got some connections in prison. Let's say maybe the guards like you. Maybe the other prisoners like you.
So your revenge by tattooing something on someone's forehead.
And she was like 8. So I think everyone's on your team. Yeah.
Including the judge?
Maybe not the judge.
But
definitely not the judge.
Is there consequences?
I think a bunch of guards got fired, and I think he got extra years or something. But this was a whole scandal. Now, what's even more fascinating is that a lot of people think that it's the wrong guy in jail that got Katie's revenge tattooed on his forehead. I don't necessarily think so, but let me just give you the facts so that you can make that. Hello. I know that the background is different. I know that there ain't no food today, but let me explain, okay? I'm starting a new podcast called Baking a Murder, and this is the backdrop for that podcast, and I worked really hard on it. So I was like, I feel like you should see it too. I feel like you should see it. You should show your mom, you should show your daddy, you should show everybody, because the amount of sweat that went into this. And this is like the one aesthetically pleasing thing that I was able to accomplish. So welcome to today's mukbang, but it's not a mukbang. It's a true crime story because I don't know, I just wanted to use it once for this channel, and I wanted to see how you guys liked it because I feel like things feel so intimate in this. And so I was like, okay, well, let's try it with the case. So here we go, bits. So we're going to be talking about the story of Jessica Chambers today, which is one that has been highly requested, and I can totally understand why. There is so much to this case that's so strange. Like, there are so many mistrials. There's literally one of the most incompetent juries that I've ever heard of in my entire freaking life. If I had to deal with a jury like this, I would rip my hair out. There's so many conspiracies about Erics. People named Erics. There's a whole Eric conspiracy. If your name is Eric, you might be part of this conspiracy. There's a conspiracy of people named Derricks also involved, and it has to do with a 19-year-old girl from Cortland, Mississippi who was burned alive in 2014. And it's still technically considered unsolved, and I say technically because we'll get into it. This is just a really complex case. It also connects to a woman in the University of Louisiana who is a Chinese foreign exchange student who also gets murdered. But this is in Mississippi, so it's just all over the place. Also, my fiance's here. He's like waiting for his moment to shine. He's like, I got my mic. What do I say?
Continue.